Hello, FedCap family. Once again, I'm Keith Reed, the supervisor for work readiness instruction here at the Poe Grand Concourse location in the Bronx. And what we've been doing throughout all of these 20 plus weeks of Financial Friday series, which let me just say this, I haven't had a chance to say this to you before. I really enjoy doing them. I really enjoy talking with all of you about the best way to save and invest your money, that hard-earned money that you earn when you start working. And we've covered a lot of ground since April, when we first started the Financial Friday series on our YouTube channel. So we've covered a lot of ground, and I want to zero in on a small item on this particular series today. I've asked you to consider investing in money market funds and mutual funds. I've been selling and selling and selling for 17, 18, maybe 19 weeks now. That's the best way for you to save and accumulate wealth and develop a decent, in other words, how to develop a decent investment portfolio. But let's talk about what's in your portfolio. Which mutual fund companies will you do business with? What kind of mutual fund is the best kind of mutual fund that best suits your needs? Not the needs of the mutual fund company, not the needs of the bank, but your needs as a customer. So today and next series, I will pick 3 companies I want to talk to you about. Today will be company number 1 based on size. So this company I'm about to announce is the largest mutual fund company in America, and it's called the Vanguard Group. Vanguard. You can look it up on the internet and read all the information that you want to. Now, why am I recommending Vanguard? And the reason I have to recommend 3 is because FedCap, as an employee of FedCap, we're not in the business of promoting necessarily this particular fund over this one. So I'm going to give you 3 mutual funds that basically are solid, right? So Vanguard today, next week it'll be Fidelity, and the week after that it will be T. Rowe Price, just so you know. Let's put that on the record, right? So those are the 3 you'll hear from me on. Right? Why Vanguard? Well, yes, it's the largest mutual fund company in America, right? Although that's not always the case. That was not always the case. Way back in the 70s when Vanguard first started, it was never a company that was really at the top of anybody's list, and that's pretty much because it was really, really conservative in how it managed its clients' money. All right, so that's the kind of backstory on it. But it grew under its management team. It kept growing and growing and growing, and sooner or later, it overtook Fidelity, which we'll talk about next week, which was number 1. It overtook Fidelity. Now Fidelity is number 2. Vanguard's number 1. How so? I believe because Vanguard focused really, really, really like a laser on keeping their operating cost or their operating ratio down. For example, the operating cost for a mutual fund that invests in stocks, right, is 0.19%. Not bad. The operating cost for a Vanguard International Fund, meaning they buy stocks, they purchase stocks from companies that are not American-based. And then for bond mutual funds, it's 0.14%. Let me tell you, the 0.19%, the 0.23%, and the 0.14%, the average other mutual fund out there, the average operates at a ratio 4 times higher than that. So what does that mean? It means you have this pool of money and how much they spend to manage it on your behalf as a client. And the numbers work itself out where it's only 0.19% of, on a dollar so to speak, that it takes to manage that fund, which is relatively inexpensive compared to everyone else, which is charging 4 times that amount. right? So essentially, it would be 0.77%. If it were another firm, that would be almost about 4 times the 19, right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm recommending, as one of the 3, you look at Vanguard, because they've done an excellent job since its inception to keep what it costs to manage and run the mutual fund low, relatively low. All right. So how does that translate into anything that matters to you as a client? Well, if a mutual fund management firm like Vanguard can manage to keep their expense ratios low, that translates into a higher performance for the overall fund for you as a customer. And you're investing because you want to make money, not because you want to make the management of the mutual fund firm richer. You actually are investing to make yourself richer, to build your own investment portfolio, right? So that when it comes time for you to buy a home or retire, that you have the appropriate assets built up over time to realize your own dreams and your own goals. It's worked for me, and I know it'll work for you as well. Finally, Vanguard is also to give you, for those of you who are listening to within the sound of my voice, so to speak, if you're a safety-minded person when it comes to investing, you're just not really big on risk, right? Vanguard funds are really good because the concept of the company and the concept of how to invest is really best suited for the safety-minded investor, right? Money markets, bond funds, conservative stock funds are primarily what Vanguard invests in, right? Money markets, bonds, and conservative stocks. Things that don't carry a lot of risk. And if that's you, then I think perhaps maybe Vanguard might be the mutual fund company you'd want to consider investing your funds in. So that's primarily it for today. You can take this information and you can go online and you can read all the material you want to on the Vanguard group of funds. It's all there for the consumer to read and consume, and for him or her to make their own decision based on the needs and their goals that they're trying to reach moving forward. Right? So that's what I wanted to cover with you today. And next week, as I said, it will be Fidelity, and the final week after that will be T. Rowe Price, and we'll be covering those as well. So I want to thank you for taking this time with me today and listening to me. Right, I'm Keith Reed, again, the supervisor for work readiness instruction at the Poe Grand Concourse location. If you have a question regarding this video and you want to send me an email, I can be reached at kreed, that's K-Reed, R-E-I-D, at fedcap.org. And I look forward to seeing you in class in the future sometime soon. And I definitely look forward to answering any emails that you may have. Thank you very much and have a great day.